Peace and blessings, everyone. It's me, the coach, with another episode of Are You Ready? This one, I'm going to talk a little bit about Rutgers versus Virginia Tech. That was played on Saturday. Great gutsy win by Rutgers, especially against Virginia Tech, because coming into this game, Rutgers always Rutgers had lost 12 straight against Virginia Tech. So to come out on the winning side, it's a great thing. So I'm going to dive into that and speak about that. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification. This way you'll know when I always post new content, and everyone like and share on all your social medias this and all my episodes. You continue to help me grow the channel, and I really appreciate you. And also thanks to all my sponsors. You guys are amazing. And also to you guys for watching and tuning in. You also are helping me, so thank you all. So, Rutgers faced Virginia Tech, former Big East colleague, if you want to say, from the 90s. That was part of my era, really, of diving into Rutgers when you had Miami, Virginia Tech, Boston College, Pitt, Syracuse, among Rutgers, UConn, and a plethora of other schools, West Virginia, before the big change, the separation of basketball and football of the Big East. In the long run, this ended up allowing Rutgers to get into the Big Ten. Virginia Tech, they went to the ACC, and everyone found a home that somewhat they feel comfortable with. So, come to 2023. Scheduled game, home and home series. Next year, Rutgers will be down in Blacksburg. Well, this year they came to Piscataway, and Rutgers was 2-0. Virginia Tech was 1-1. They were coming off of a loss to another Big Ten team, Purdue. Well, Rutgers came in and they played their brand of football. Now, the one thing I will say that I've noticed about Rutgers and watching all three of their games is they run the football, they're very physical, and they play great defense. Well, it's not elite, but there is something there that they can, if everything is really working on point, they can become a defense that is considered one of the best in the league. And playing in the Big Ten will allow us all to see, can they become elite as a defense? Only time will tell. But let me get back to the storyline about Virginia Tech. One of the issues about Virginia Tech that always gives Rutgers problems is mobile quarterbacks. Under Greg Schiano, whenever he plays a team with a mobile quarterback, they seem to have some trouble. But the one thing I will say, right off the bat, Virginia Tech got the ball. Their first offensive play, quarterback, running back tried to exchange the handoff on either a zone read, quarterback option, something to that effect. But the ball fumbled. Rutgers gained possession at the 19. Next play, touchdown. Kyle Monangai continued to play at a high level. Last week against Temple, ran for 165 yards. Well, this is just a prelude of what's to come. Ultimately, Rutgers just continued to plug away and play their brand of football. Yes, Virginia Tech gave some trouble, but ultimately, Rutgers shined through. Now, the first half, Rutgers completely dominated, went into the half 21-3. Second half, Virginia Tech came back, made it close, 21-16. But from there, Rutgers took over and dominated the game, winning 35-16. And I spoke about Kyle Monangai, another big game 142 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. And Shiano said it. He said it best. He said the running game is like if you're a boxer. The running game is the body blows. You keep hitting the body blows, keep hitting the body blows, keep hitting the body blows. Eventually, that boxer, when he's protecting his face, his arm's going to come down because those hurt. And that's what the run game does. And then you can go over the top on them. And that's the blueprint. Rutgers plays that physical brand of rushing football. They'll hit you over the top on occasion, and then they play great defense. And they don't do things to beat themselves. Gavin Wimsatt, so far, no turnovers. And that's important because next week they have a big test. Now, I did say to you, this is going to let us know if their defense can play at an elite level. They're going to play the number 2 team, and the number 2 team in my personal rankings in the nation, the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan plays very good offense. They have a great quarterback, great running back. They have some very skilled wide receivers, a physical offensive line. So they're going to bring it. They play tough-minded defense. Oh, and one other thing. Their head coach, Coach Harbaugh, he's been out the past 3 games. I keep telling people, they're going to play inspired football. Rutgers has to meet that. This is also Rutgers' first game on the road. So you're going into a hostile environment, the big house. And it's called the big house for a reason. You're going to have over 100,000 people in that stadium rooting for Michigan. So, can you stand up to the challenge, are you? I think you can. But ultimately, it's up to you. Gavin Wimsatt, they're going to come at you. They're going to throw everything at you. They're going to try and take away the run. If I'm a defensive coordinator, that's what I'm doing. I'm loading the boxes and I'm saying, Gavin Wimsatt, you beat me. So it's going to be up to you and those receivers to step up to the plate and force them to play back. So your running game can step up because Rutgers is 5 deep at the running back position. So that tells you what their thoughts are. Well, that's just my thoughts. That's my talk on Are You Ready? Are you ready? Keep chopping, are you? Turn it on. Turn it up. Let's go.